What's going on, everyone? This is Zach here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be going over my HCS stories. So at the event, Jen Taylor and Steve Downs were doing like a variety of community centered meetings. Two of them were photo opportunities and the third one was a signing. So I'm going to go over the photo opportunities for you guys first because I think I have one of the coolest stories ever about that. At the event, there was a schedule where it said, this is the community stage, this is when the next bracket is played, and so on. But nothing with Steve Downs and Jen Taylor was on that schedule. So we kind of had to guess and ask around when stuff would be happening. And then out of nowhere, we're just walking around the event and we see Steve Downs and Jen Taylor. And they were headed to the photo booth. So in the morning, my friend Andrew, who I was sharing an Airbnb with, he showed me his army wings from when he used to work on a Black Hawk helicopter. And on the back, he signed it. He signed his initials and the year. And then he told me the story of how he got his wings, what they mean to someone in the army, and how he's going to give them to Steve Downs, the voice of the Master Chief. And that's something that's so important to someone in the military. And the fact that he would give that to his childhood hero, I was so happy to hear it. So when we got to the photo booth, there was Steve Downs, there was Jen Taylor, and we told Andrew, do you want to take a photo by yourself so you could have that moment with them on your own? And he said, no, dude, I want you guys to come in with me. So we get to witness our friend giving his wings to the Master Chief. And Steve Downs was just so grateful for such an important item. He said he already had a great spot for it. Like, he already knew where it was going. I'm not sure if he has like a military badge or pin area. Andrew, seeing the smile it put on Andrew's face, seeing the amount of joy it brought him, it was heartwarming. Right, and my second story about Steve Downs and Jen Taylor, it's not really anything in comparison to that, but I was able to get a couple things signed by them. So first, I'll show you my Mega Bloks Halo 3 disc. This is something, pretty personal to me. I love Mega Bloks. I've always loved Mega Bloks. And to have Halo 3 signed by them in Mega Bloks form is such a cool item. And then I wanted to get my cousin something signed, and I saw this on the table. I'm not sure how well you guys could see that on camera right there, but this is a Halo Campaign Evolved print with Master Chief and Cortana, and it's so beautiful, man. I just couldn't pass it up. Right, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys, it's actually something I worked on all weekend, and it's my little mini helmet signed by so many different community members. So right here we have Hidden Xperia, just an absolute legend of the Halo community. He's iconic, as he would say in his own words. And then here's the other lore guy, Installation 00. And then next up we have the Domain, Simon. He's actually the guy that gave me this helmet. He got it from Kevin Hurd, whose signature is right here. And I'm so grateful that he gave this to me and gave me the idea to get it signed, because this is one of the coolest things I own. Another one I want to point out is the Act Man. Meeting this guy in person after so many years, first of all, it was crazy to see him across the event and just approach him, and then his voice sounds just like the videos. I know it's stupid to say, but it was cool. And then he was such a genuine guy, he took interest in the helmet. He looked at all the other signatures, like you saw Jeff Easterling up here, Unyshek right here. He took some time to look around and thought it was pretty cool. And then another one I kind of spoiled was Unyshek right here. I actually encountered him a couple times. I have another story about him soon. And again, like I said in my last video, these guys who work for Halo Studios love this game, love the franchise, and they're awesome. I'm calling everyone awesome here. It's true, but I should probably come up with a different word to describe it. Another signature I got was from Ubernick. He's someone, again, that I've watched for so many years, probably going on 10 years at this rate. I remember back in the day, the Halo 5 days actually, me and my cousin Caden would watch Ubernick's videos and then talk about them in the parties after. And there was a couple times where we actually ran into Nick in BTB or Warzone and stuff. And as kids, as these freaking 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids, it was the coolest thing in the world. We got to play with our favorite Halo YouTuber and basically just fanboy over him in the game. Another one I want to point out is iSpiteful. That guy was awesome. So at first I was kind of skeptical, like, is that iSpiteful? I kind of recognize him, but I'm not sure, because he doesn't usually show his face on YouTube. But Simon actually approached him and started talking to him first. I was like, I recognize that voice, dude. I'm gonna get this guy to sign my helmet. And we talked about that for a couple minutes, just how people recognize the voice but they don't recognize the face. He's a super cool guy, man. He's awesome. And then another community member I want to shout out is Spartan John. He was such a cool guy, insanely nice, cool cosplay. And we recorded this video, me and Simon, called Tell Your Halo Story. And this guy's experience with Halo and the impact it's had on his life, it really put into perspective just how influential this game is. And I'm not going to spoil the interview. I want you guys to go watch it on Simon's channel when it gets posted. And I know I wouldn't do it justice by explaining it in this video, so I'm going to let you guys watch it when it comes out. I'll leave a link to it in the description when it comes out, and I'll also make a community post on my channel for you guys. And then another awesome guy I met at the event, actually him and his girlfriend, was Moldy Cabbage. And Moldy Cabbage, he's a channel I started watching more recently, but this guy is so awesome. Again, awesome. This guy is super nice, super genuine in person. And if you guys haven't seen his channel, I highly recommend it. He makes great content, and I look forward to seeing this guy again at Halo Fest next year. Right, so I don't want to take up too much time explaining this helmet, but dude, how cool is that, man? Who has something like this, Thank you again to Simon for gifting me this, and thank you again to Kevin Hurd for gifting him this to gift to me. I'm gonna cherish this forever, man. And then there was another kind of area that stuck out to me at the event, and it was like a streets recreation from Halo Infinite. And in that area there was 2 classic Xboxes with the big Duke controllers, all the wires and stuff, and they're connected to a big tube TV. And on that you could either do a 1v1, a 2v2 over LAN, or you could play campaign. And I just sat down, and then this random guy I've never met before sat down, and then we just bonded over Halo 2, man. We had this 1v1. I whooped his ass. I'm not gonna lie. Super awesome guy. I feel bad saying that. I actually got him to sign this helmet after we were done playing. But playing Halo in that fashion over split screen is something I never got to do growing up. I had my brothers, but playing with a stranger, playing with a friend, it's something I never got to experience. Because, like I said in my last video, I was born in 2005, and by the time I had any memories, the Halo Golden Age was already over. And it was on to Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 5, and while I love those games, the community factor was never the same. And getting to experience something like that at HCS is a memory I'll never forget. So there's a couple of really cool pieces of merch I got for free at the event. And the first one I want to show you guys is actually from Unyshek. And before I show you guys the actual piece, I want to tell you the story of how I got it. It must have been Saturday or Sunday where Unyshek made a tweet announcing he's doing a giveaway below the event. And it was supposed to start about 30 minutes before the doors open. About 30 minutes before the giveaway starts, Daniel sees the tweet. So none of us are ready to go. Our Airbnb is 15 minutes away from the venue, and we're out of time. So when Daniel sees this tweet, he says, we got to get there, and we got to get there fast, man. So we get there fast. We all took 1 or 2 minute showers, the 4 of us, hopped in the car, sped all the way down to the event, and when we got to the parking structure, hopped out, and we're all sprinting to the elevator. On the way to the elevator, since it's Seattle, it's always raining, the floor is slick, I eat shit. I tear a hole in my pants, I scratch up my wrist, but I'm like, we gotta go, we don't have time for this. So I get up, sprint to the elevator, we're mashing the 3rd floor button, and as we're going up, we're like, oh man, we probably missed it, dude. And when those doors open, we see Unyshek across the hall. There's no one there. So we're the first people at this giveaway. There might have been one other guy, I'm not sure. I think there was. But we jog over to him, you know, say a hi, introduce ourselves, and we start looking through his suitcase. And he has all this cool retro, maybe not retro, but old Halo merch. And then while I'm looking, I spot this. And basically what this is, it's an internal piece of Microsoft clothing. Every year Microsoft does a give to charity event. Xbox does their own gaming tournament. So I own an internal Xbox gaming tournament jacket. Who else gets to say that, you know? I don't work for Microsoft, but I have a piece of it, you know? How cool is that? And then there was one other shirt that I decided to grab because if you guys don't know, I'm a huge Halo Wars 2 fan, and this just stuck out to me. It's a Halo Wars 2 Atriox t-shirt from Comic-Con 2016, and I've never seen it before. It's something I had to have, and it's something I'm gonna get framed up. And then there's one more t-shirt that I got that has a story behind it. It's actually this one. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but that's a Halo World Championship 5th anniversary t-shirt. And it's kind of weird because it's 2025. It's not the 5th year anniversary of HCS or Halo Infinite. So I don't really get this one, why they're giving it out at this event. Maybe it was leftovers from last year or the year before, but how cool is that? So the story behind this one is I saw a line forming at the info booth, and I had no idea what it was for. But I'm like, well, I gotta hop in it and see what they're giving away, you know? So, and as I started getting closer to the front of the line, I started seeing these, and I was like, well, I have to have one of them, you know? It's so cool. And as I got even closer, they started running out. So every step I took, I was like, I'm not gonna get one, dude. You know, they're gonna be out by the time I get up there. And they were out by the time I got up there. But they pulled out 3 more t-shirts from under the table, and I was the 3rd to last guy to get one of these. So I literally got this by a miracle right here. And I love it. It's so cool. It's a 3X, so I'm literally never gonna wear it, but I can get it framed, so who cares? And then there's one more t-shirt I want to show you guys. There's not really a story behind it, it's just a cool one that I saw. And it's actually from Space Station Gaming. They had their own booth set up there with you know, stickers and t-shirts, posters. I got a poster with this print on it over there. It's super cool. And that's the one thing that I bought from the event, besides, you know, food and drinks. That's the one piece of merch that I was absolutely in love with. And then one more thing that I want to show you guys is this kind of like scrapbook thing I made. It's got stickers and cards from all over the event. So we have a sticker from Moldy Cabbage, a business card from Moldy Cabbage, a Halo Edge of Dawn pre-order card, a sticker from Spartan John, an event reward pass. We have a Stories from Halo Waypoint card. You can't really see that one all that well. And then behind it we have a just a Halo Championship card with a QR code on it. And then behind that one we have that Space Station Gaming print I told you guys about. So yeah, this is super cool. I'm glad I was able to put that together. And I still have a lot more stickers left over that I couldn't fit in here. I don't really want to use them because you only get one use, you know. I want to save them, but I don't know what I can save them with, if you know what I mean. And then another really cool thing I had the opportunity to do was actually play on the community stage. So it was Saturday morning. There was a live play date up on the stage, and me, Daniel, and Andrew all said we wanted to get in on that. So we all sit in the crowd, and when they're calling up people, You know, we're making as much noise as we can. We're holding stuff up, just trying to bring as much attention to us as possible. And while we weren't able to get a game together, we all got our own separate games. I actually got 2 of them. So it was Unyshek versus Ron Beasy. They both chose teams of 4 and then had them basically fight each other. When I tell you guys that Ron Beasy got blown out the whole time, I think it was 7-1, and he won the very last match. So he just got completely annihilated the whole day. And actually, that last match came down to 1 kill. It was 49-49. I pulled a double kill to tie the game, and unfortunately, by literally 1 shot, we lost. But a reward for playing up on stage during that community playdate was an emblem in Halo Infinite. It's as far as I know, it's exclusive to that event and that playdate. It's an ice unicorn. If you guys have seen previous 343 Industries emblems, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll show you guys on screen. Super cool emblem, and it's something I'm probably going to use for the rest of Infinite's lifetime. Yeah, and then Andrew and Daniel, like I said, both got to play games. I think Andrew's team lost, and then Daniel's won because Andrew went to Beasy's side, and then Daniel went to Unyshek's side. And then something funny during that, you know, community play date, both times I went up there, I said, I'm Zach from SoCal, and BZ just wasn't having it, man. Unyshek approved, but Ron just hated it. But yeah, I'll throw up that clip right now for you guys.
Talk to me, Goose. Who you is? Where you from?
Zach from SoCal.
Zach from SoCal. That's not a real place. It's called Southern California, and it's a collection of places.
SoCal is acceptable. SoCal is acceptable. Let's go.
So ridiculous is more like it. Who you is and where you from with this nonsense that Reach was an inside job?
I'm from Michigan, Detroit.
You didn't tell me who you were. You Reach denier.
My name's Jake. I'm from Michigan.
Jake from Michigan is a Reach denier. We heard it here first. He says it's an inside job. I think it's inside his head because he's insane.
Yeah, waving with the Master Chief helmet. Yes. Cool. I got my 4. You got your 4. We're all set. Looking good.
The grill is still hot from the last steak that was served up here. Who you is? Where you from, baby?
Zach from SoCal, baby.
Zach from SoCal again? You know that's a collection of places. It's not a place. It's a direction and the idea of a place. Friend, who you are and where you from, and please make it an actual location and not a mythical, I want to say this because it sounds cool.
Oh, just.
Oh, that was almost the kill.
It's always a heartbreaker in like Husky Raid when you shoot that and you miss, and you're like, man, I'm gonna have to wait a whole other second.
I am going to have to reload this thing and file my taxes, and they will take the same amount of time. Kill a vehicle in Super Fiesta.
Yeah.
And
oh, good shot.
Come on,
good shot.
team.
Play your life.
Just literally 1 kill. 1 kill.
Play your life.
1 kill. Just
get a grenade in that room. Get a grenade in that room.
Insult them deeply.
Come on.
Just befuddle them.
Oh.
Leave a landmine.
Okay. Someone's got to have some snipe. Gonna see a pick.
They all in one room.
Everyone's playing it slow. I like that. I can appreciate that.
No. When there's 1 kill alive, you throw yourself at it.
That was a good sensor. I thought they would have tagged a few people for sure.
Would have thought, right?
Oh, 47-49.
Come on, team. I swear to whole
Play
black.
it slow. Oh, there's peeking. Oh, 49-49. Run! What's happening?
What is happening, bro?
49-49.
Bro.
What
is happening, bro? Y'all really gonna send me home?
For all the
all
marbles.
L's today?
Oh.
Oops, all L's.
Oh my goodness. We gotta see.
Come on,
get an
team.
angle. Oh. Oh, Ron, I think you pulled it out. I think you got it, Ron. Wow. Very nice. What a clutch shot to close it out. Ron, congratulations.
We tried so hard and got so far. And in the end, they won by 1 kill.
Nice. Great.
I know. I'm exhausted from watching that match. I know I won. I'm exhausted.
If you want to give Dan.
GG's, get off my stage.
And then there's one more thing I want to show you that I got signed from the event, and it's actually this poster. signed by Shopify Rebellion. And if you didn't watch the event, Shopify Rebellion's the team who won the World Championship. And on the way out, we saw Shopify Rebellion right there just signing posters. And I was like, you know, screw it. I got to get one. Right, so that's about it for HCS. But there's more that happened after HCS. So after the event, I flew back home. But Simon took a 35-hour train, 36 hours, from Seattle all the way down to LA. And since I live close to LA, we were like, we might as well hang out again, right? So me and another guy, Halo Bricks from Instagram, had a great idea. We suggested going to Frankensons. If you guys don't know what Frankensons is, it's easily the biggest collectible swap meet in the world. Maybe not in the world, but at least in California. So this event happens on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and it's free entry. So I go to LA, pick up Simon, we go to the swap meet, and the amount of Halo collectibles we find there is insane. Simon's actually making a video about it, so I'll link that in the description down below when it comes out. But just the sheer amount of Halo stuff we found was insane. So after Frankensons, you know, I go back home, I drop Simon off at his hotel in Hollywood, and we're like, well, we have to see each other one more time, man. You know, when's the next time we're gonna hang out? And it just so happens that a Discord user by the name of Mrs. Johnson messages Simon asking to show him her Halo collection. And get this, she has easily one of, if not the largest, Halo Mega Bloks prototype collection in the world. So we meet up and she starts showing us, you know, all these prototypes. And then just out of nowhere, she's like, I want you guys to have these. So she gifts me and Simon an absolutely insane little collection of Halo Mega Bloks prototypes. That one was a Ravager. We have a CE Chief right here, a Commando, another Ravager, but in like a mint blue color. Super cool. I'm pretty sure this is a plasma repeater from Halo Reach. Absolutely iconic weapon. And then we have an operator, a Hell Jumper, or maybe an ODST. I'm not sure. I think it's an ODST. And then this one is super cool. It's another operator, but on this side, super cool injection molding. And she gave us those completely just free, you know. I gave her a couple blind bags because that's what I had on hand. I don't really have a whole lot of crazy Mega Bloks collectibles. But yeah, so we meet up with her. You know, we all talk for a couple hours, go to a couple different restaurants looking for a quiet area to film a video with good lighting. And then once we're done with all of that, we go to Dave & Buster's. And at Dave & Buster's, there's Fireteam Raven. So the four of us, Christian actually tagged along with this one too. The four of us, we're all playing Fireteam Raven and just having the time of our lives. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you know, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill. And I'll see you guys next time.